Joe Ostrowski will help us analyze it in just a moment. If you missed Dan Schulman, who will broadcast tonight's Blue Jays-Mariners game for Sportsnet, check it out on the Odyssey app or at WGR550.com. Joe Ostrowski now from Bet Sweats, weekday mornings, 9 to noon Eastern, the Bet 1520 on YouTube and the Odyssey app as well. Hi, Joe.
Hey, guys.
I've got a quick, funny dog story for you on the heels of your show today.
Oh, my God.
Heels, no pun intended.
Yes.
John Murray is the name of your guest whose dog was distracting him this morning.
And Sam was very frustrated, and because they're friends, so it's hilarious when Sam gets very mad. He was mad at the start of the show. He had technical issues because he's doing the show from New York today, and then he was mad at the end of the show when the dog kept barking during the segment.
So I had a friend over who is going to do some work at my house, and my dog Margot loses it, right? My wife's on important work calls. Margot, of course, I know this is going to happen. Louis comes over, dog starts freaking out. Then in between that and my Purple Insider hit is I'm watching you, and this dog is bothering John Murray and distracting your show. And my dog hears this dog from across the house and goes off. Now there's a dog in the house as far as she knows, which is really just I'm watching Bet Sweats. Right. So now I have my own dog problem.
Just sit her down and explain that you're just watching. You're just watching a show.
So now I have my own dog problem. She calms down just in time for me to do Matthew's podcast, and wouldn't you know it? It's like once a month they come to pick up the branches on the side of the at the end of the driveway. Here come the tree guys. There she goes again. Tree guys leave, and Matthew's like, "What do we do? Just got to press forward." So almost immediately after the tree guys leave, here comes Amazon, right up the driveway, and it's just more Margot. And okay, well, I know this is almost over, and so is this story. I know this is almost over. This has got to be the end of it. No, because of what we had ordered, Amazon guy needs to ring the doorbell. So usually they just drop off the box and go. Not today. So now it's the doorbell, and I mean, what a sequence. And it's John Murray's fault the way I'm looking at it.
I can only hope, Joe, that at some point when I was still working at home regularly, when you started joining us regularly, that Fred interrupted one of your segments, because that would happen from the attic. He liked to sit up there with me, and a fire truck goes by, and that's.
See, I don't mind it. I think it's fun. I think the audience can relate. They understand exactly what's happening, but Sam gets a little frustrated. Last week it was the power washers that came at the start of the show. You would think all these people would work around our work schedules, right? Because we want to work from home at our convenience. But,
yes, of course.
So much.
And you have a golden, you said.
Yes.
And I would not
apparently
approve of,
perfectly trained.
Yes, never a distraction.
No.
I would not approve of the dog running through hotels like Kirk Herbstreit's dog. For the record,
definitely not. It's a thing. My wife left a very nasty text message to the landscapers because once again they left the gate open. Ooh. He got out and she was frantic. Found him at the corner house, just wanting to try and get the dog out of their house at their back door. But there's been some issues. There was a surgery recently because a corn on the cob was eaten. I don't know where it came from. I have no idea. But not perfectly trained at all.
I do like this kind of thing on shows, including our own. When it gets like this, like Joe today was talking about the surgery, just in passing, the surgery for his dog. He's like, did they need it? I mean, maybe not. I don't even know if they needed the surgery.
Oh, you should have seen the glare I got. Just even broaching that subject. Do we have to spend the thousands of dollars? It was, yeah. You would have thought it was our child.
We could go on, but probably shouldn't. Yes. Your thoughts on the Bills right now, Joe? They've lost 2 games in a row every one of these years. This isn't unusual or unprecedented at all for them to have stumbled. But I wonder to what extent you think their problems are serious.
And I'm sure it feels worse because apparently everyone has crowned the Chiefs as Super Bowl champions right now at this early stage in the season. As they're looking good, and now Rice is coming back this week, so I assume everything goes back to that road at Kansas City. I was a little surprised. Now, in my world, I'm looking at the point spread, and a lot of times when it's moving in a certain direction, and it was moving away from the favorite in Buffalo. Like, what is going on here? And the betting market certainly nailed that one. I'm concerned about the defense. There's no doubt about it. I don't want to go too far, like I've seen with some that have taken the Falcons side and, whoa, see, this defense is real with all these impactful players that they've got on this defense. This is a heck of a team. I think everybody knew that Bijan matchup was awful for the Bills. Yeah. And unfortunately for them, it played out exactly like many Bills fans worried about. Turnovers, a bit of an issue as well. And one of my questions was, why was Cook off the field so much the other night?
They don't trust him to block a blitz-heavy scheme coming at him. That's really it. Because they've got Ty Johnson as their third down back, and that's a big part of that is that they trust him much more in blitz pickup, and that's really the beginning and the end of it from their end of things. And I've tended to respect that, but I think the problem we've got now is that Johnson is just not really offering anything in terms of receptions or even running the ball. He's a nothing in the offense. And in a game like Monday night, it really became stark that they didn't have any answers, and maybe Cook could have provided some kind of a spark.
And without Kincaid, is he that impactful this year? I know he's had a terrific season, but without him, it looked completely different.
Yeah, that I have a hard time buying, but it might be true. And the idea that this revolves around Dalton Kincaid is tough for me, but certainly you could have that takeaway Monday night. For all the games in a row, the record amount of games in a row where they did not lose the turnover battle, through 6 games, they have more turnovers than takeaways. They're -1 for the year so far. So there goes that.
Who could have seen that coming?
I know. Yep. All of us.
He was removed as the favorite for the first time this year for the MVP. For the first time, we got a new favorite. You know who it is.
Mahomes.
Yep.
It's close. And it's Mayfield, too, in there, right?
Third, yes. Yeah, right. I don't want to say right away. I mean, he's deserved it. If you're asking me my vote right now, I would write down Baker, but we still have a ways to go.
Yeah. What has this 2-game skid done, if anything, to the Bills' futures odds, Joe?
So the And then you've got the Eagles 5th, just because probably they won the Super Bowl last year, and they have beaten some good teams. And then you get outside of there, like, the Rams, the Colts, the Broncos. What's the difference between the Broncos / Bucks and, like, say, the Packers or the Chiefs or the Bills? It doesn't seem to be much to me right now.
Which should mean that there might be good value plays. I think you and I share interest in one such team, and that's Seattle.
Yep.
Right? I mean, Seattle, the big problem, I thought that would just completely ruin their season. Nobody liked their offensive line. And we all watched and have seen for years, Sam Darnold under pressure, just like not be capable. And instead, they're holding up, he's thriving, and he's really only throwing to one player. And that player, Jackson Smith-Njigba, is just dominating this year. Favorite to lead the league in the end in receiving yards. So defense is good. Maybe the division isn't that good. Maybe there's an opening for Seattle.
Maybe the top of the conference isn't that good.
Right.
As you've seen teams come back down to earth on the AFC side, it's certainly the Ravens. And now it doesn't look like the Eagles are who people thought they were coming into the season. And in their division, the 49ers, way too many. Now it's Warner. We just know this is not going to hold up. They have a good record, but it's not going to last. The top of the conference is coming back down. How much do you trust the Lions? Outside of them, who do you have to beat? Yeah, I do like the Seahawks. They might be as balanced as anybody. I'm shocked what they're doing on the road. McDonald has a 10-1 straight up record on the road since he's gotten.
Wow.
And they've actually struggled at home, which is not what we're used to when it comes to that team. But yeah, a conference that is certainly down. Yeah, what's the difference between Seattle and some of those top 7-8 teams that we were just talking about? I don't think there's much.
Any season can change the perspective like this. We're kind of back to the any given Sunday years, where like just nobody's elite. It can't be a big deal, but I think about the kickoff rules a lot for this. Like, if I'm a mediocre team and I'm going to start drives at the 30 or 35-yard line, and I can kick a field goal from your 40, what do I need, 25 yards to score?
You can stay in games a lot easier.
Right, and like a top team, that doesn't help them. Because if they start at their 20 in the old days, however old you want to make it, and have to drive 50 yards to be in scoring position, well, they're more able to do it. Like, that's a team that could do it, whereas these mid teams would have a tougher time. I don't know that really is all of it. It's certainly not all of it. But I wonder how big of a role it's playing. So,
and a lot of those mid teams are leading the league in takeaways. It's Jacksonville still at the top. Then you have Chicago, Pittsburgh going tonight. They're tied for third with 10 takeaways on the year. And you guys know, gap of 2, 3. When it's +3, you're winning 90% of the time. So, I mean, you add that into the mix too, and that could be all the difference.
What do you think tonight, Joe?
I agree with you guys. I like the Bengals. +5.5 is where I would go. It's an interesting spot for the Steelers. They go from bye to playing on Sunday to playing on Thursday, which I think can be a bit challenging. And I think there's a reason that Tomlin was so upset about Joe Flacco being traded within the division. Understandably, he has his struggles in the first half last week. There was 1 first down. They had 3 3-and-outs. And then all of a sudden, he's making it work in the second half. Throws for 179 yards. I think Chase, we're going to see a big bump in his performance for everybody that was getting frustrated owning him in fantasy. You could look in the prop market as well. It's in the mid-70s tonight. And if they fall behind, he's just going to keep on firing. His pass attempts is 36.5. He's hit 45 already 3 times this year, including last week. But I think it's a boost for Cincinnati. Now they have a ton of messes, right? You worry about the Steelers' pass rush. The O-line is terrible. Their defense is awful. So big picture, I heard you guys chat about that. I can't get there, but you don't trust anybody in that division. That's the thing. Maybe the Ravens do turn it on once they return from bye, and you assume Lamar's healthy and they get healthier on defense moving forward. But, yeah, I do like the Bengals tonight. I certainly think that they can hang around in this game. I don't like taking Tomlin when he's a big favorite. As an underdog and to pick him, absolutely. But I don't like him in this spot.
Joe, real quick before you go, we opened our show today talking to Dan Schulman, longtime play-by-play voice for the Blue Jays. Do they have your attention at all getting on the board? They're +205 to win the series at this point.
Yeah, it's easy to say after the fact. It certainly felt like last night, okay, I think this is going to be the spot. Look how hot that offense was coming into the series, and they just went ice cold. And even though it was Kirby on the other side, it felt like it was their time. And boy, I wasn't expecting 13. I wasn't expecting 5 home runs. I see this one going the distance, guys. Like, this matchup is going to be close. It's just strange how it started with all the road teams winning. And this is something we've never seen before. Between both series, the road team has won the first 5 games in the LCS. But the Blue Jays absolutely have my attention with that offense. And Mike, you mentioned it on Twitter last night about Vladdy Jr. When you said that, I quickly looked it up for World Series MVP. It was 30-1 then. This morning he was 20-1. But, yeah, I mean, that performance that he put together, yeah, it's still a pretty good number if you believe they can make it. I think they can. I expect this one to go distance. Yep. 2 very balanced teams.
Brewers, meantime, down 2-0 with Game 3 tonight in L.A. plus 860 to win the series. So, I mean,
Yeah, I'm not buying that one, man.
Huge number. Yeah.
Not buying that. Not stepping out too far. But yeah, I took the Dodgers when they were 4-1 before the playoffs for the World Series. Just the talent, I just don't see any. Even though there are holes with that team, people mention the bullpen guys, and if you look at the bullpen stats in the playoffs, of those still alive, they have the best ERA. They're the best in some of the other metrics, like expected ERA and xFIP and all that stuff. So they've been able to step up, and when needed, they push their starters like they did the other day. So they also can go down that road.
Yeah, I'm thinking of Sasaki, who closed out. Was it game one or was it the last series, whatever it was, it was against the Phillies where he pitched perfect late innings for the Dodgers.
Three innings, I want to say.
Three innings, yeah. I'm thinking about like before the season in fantasy. Well, he's so good. But, it's the Dodgers, and they can just sort of hold everybody back. Like, they're going to be in the playoffs, and they kind of did that with this guy. So, nice luxury to have. Very good, Joe. Enjoy Week 7, and thanks, as always, for your time.
Thanks, guys. You do the same.
Joe Ostrowski, weekday mornings on the BetMGM Network, Odyssey, Sports Betting Insider.